Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a disc review over the new Ring Maiden from Westside Discs. Hope you guys enjoy. These haven't come out yet, and I'll explain a little bit why here in a minute, but we're going to get right into it. So the Ring plastic had just come out. It's this like orbit halo type plastic. It just come out from Westside Discs in the bear and a couple other molds, but they didn't drop these, which we got from Matty O himself at the Kansas City Wide Open a few months ago, and so these did not drop. We couldn't find any reasons anywhere on the website. We couldn't figure out why. So we actually ended up having to communicate with some of the people straight from Westside, and they said that these should have dropped, but they never did. And so I guess nobody really knows why. But anyway, we got our hands on these, signed by Matty O himself. I'm going to do a little disc review, throw a few holes, just explain if maybe this is a good disc that you want to throw in your bag. So first hole is like 250, 260 feet downhill. Try and throw it flat. A little bit low, but it had a decent amount of glide. All right, we didn't quite give it the right height that we needed to get it down here, but we're just gonna tap out, see if it's a putting putter. I know it's not, but you guys only want to see the flight of it, so next hole we'll let it fly. All right, hole one didn't get to see a great flight. Hole two, hopefully we can take this hyzer line. We got a little bit of a tail left to right, which honestly would be good for the straight shot. We're gonna go hyzer line, just see how this holds a hyzer. See if we can get some distance. I want to say I'll have the distance down here. I think it's like 300. Oh, that was a pretty good throw. Really good flight. Holds a lot of hyzer really well, and it just pushes. Easy to get the birdie with. We're going to try and put it on some anhyzer here. Give it into a little headwind, a little bit of anhyzer and torque. Probably my worst type of shot is throwing on anhyzer and intentionally just letting it pan. But we're going to see how it holds into a little bit of a headwind. A little bit short. This is a longer hole. I think it's like 330 or so, but uphill into a little bit of a headwind. Nice little flight. Just kind of held and then fought right out of it at the end. Obviously, we're not playing for score. We're just kind of showing you what this flies like. We'll see if it's a good little spin putter. Oh, that'd been cool. All right, next hole, straight ahead, but we're gonna have to put some anhyzer again, see how it kind of fights out. Then after this, we're just gonna throw a few shots in the field, just so you guys can see kind of the different angles, how it holds and everything. Really good angle control disc, very neutral flying putter. So if you want something that kind of goes far for an approach disc, but just holds any angle you want, and it's really shallow. I'll show you guys the profile here in a second. But as you guys can see here, very flat on top, not a very high shoulder, and then it rounded, has a nice little micro bead, but super shallow in the hand. So if you've thrown anything like a PA3, P3X, anything kind of that stability putter, it's as much shallower. So if you have small hands, or if you just like having a lot of grip on the disc, very great for that. Maiden's really solid disc. We're gonna give a few throws in the field, hyzer and hyzer flat. We'll just show you kind of what it flies like. We're just gonna play, this is back to hole one. We're just gonna play down, back, throw a few angles with it, and maybe convince you guys to go get one when they release. There we go, first one, Anheuser, then we'll go flat back, then we'll go hyzer back at it. Going back up the hill, we're gonna try and throw it flat, see if it just gets a little bit of drift and then comes back out of it. Not really too much fight back out of it at the end, but nice little just smooth drift to just straight shot. Last one, hyzer. Going back to the basket, let's see if we can throw it in. Close, a little bit short, but hey, this disc is a great flyer. Flies on any angle that you put it on. So basically, if you throw it flat and you don't have a ton of power, it's just gonna go dead straight, which everybody needs a disc that does that. If you put it on hyzer, it just kind of holds and it just glides for days. It doesn't just dump out. An anhyzer, you can put it and it has enough torque resistance to be able to kind of fight back out of it at the end. And if you like a shallow disc, I'm telling you, this is a very good disc. Personally, I have a few other throwing putters that I think I like better, but this is a very good one, very neutral stability, and great for all arm speeds. If you have a fast arm and a lot of speed, then you can get this to do a lot of different angles and movements. But if you have a slower arm speed, this is going to be perfect for that. So stay tuned. I don't know when they're going to release. They were supposed to in the next week or two. Based on what they told us, but honestly, who knows right now. There's only a few of them out and I got one of them, so pretty cool. But keep your eyes open. Westside discs is a little bit slept on. These discs are pretty good. Plastic feels great. So anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.